Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Spoon belly, baby. I'll show you how to do this, son. Belly, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get on the track.
Showtime. Turn the lights up 'cause we going in. Woo-hoo. And we gonna win. Time for some action.
Hey, how you doing today, everybody? I'd like to welcome you back to Eating with How About That Chef. I'm Chef Alexander, and today I'm going to do a traditional meal. That's something where you come home and you can walk through the door and smell, oh, my mother's cooking chicken, or meatloaf is in the oven. But today I'm going to use pork chops. I'm going to do pork chops. Some people like to shy away from the pork, but eating it sparingly does not hurt.
Actually, switch that around.
Yeah.
When you going into, okay, so now I'm going to show you, we said like do a traditional meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you go in and eat your pork chops and your chicken and stuff like that, and you think it's about to be served a certain way, but now we're putting a spin on it.
Okay, yeah, I was. Because I was going to get to that. Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, so as you're normally maybe a little timid from the pork, today I'm going to show you how to do it in a way that it's a little different. It's definitely done with an upscale flavor, and a lot of people won't run when they see or say I'm cooking you some pork chops. We're going to put that upscale spin on this meal. We're going to do the grilled pork chop with cauliflower mash and sauteed asparagus. Now, that right there sounds off the cuff, but imagine you just getting pork chops, mashed potatoes, and green beans. So this here is going to be your grilled pork chop with your cauliflower mash and your sauteed asparagus. So sit back, I'm gonna show you how it's done, and I'll see you in a second. Hey, how y'all doing today? Chef Alexander, How About That Chef? Thanks for coming back for another episode. Well, today I'm going to be doing a traditional dinner. Something that my grandmother used to love. Something my cousins down from Demopolis, Alabama used to like to eat. And we all know some people have this thing about pork. But you grew up off of it. You ate those chitlins at Thanksgiving. Don't lie. Don't lie. But again, nowadays we have people who just kind of shy away from it. But I don't know if a lot of you know, actually, it's not a bad thing to have some pork in your system every now and again. You don't need to binge on it. You don't need to go ahead and feel you're gonna die from it, get overweight from it. No, we can do it nice, lean, and again, a little upscale. So I'm gonna do that today. The pork chop is more or less the most famous cut of pork. And I'm gonna do this grilled and roasted along with some asparagus and cauliflower. Now, the cauliflower is a little spin to the traditional dish. Sometimes you may have mashed potatoes or rice or, a mixture of vegetables just doing a succotash. But again, the way that I'm doing it today, traditional with an upscale twist to it. And now, as I say, back with this pork, we need a little bit in our systems every now and again, just in case you come across a location where you may not even know that pork was used to prepare the meal. You got to keep those parasites out. And having a little pork in your system can actually help you fight off that episode that you may have a little tummy bubble. But you know, that's your choice. But after you see this dish, I'm sure you'll be running out to the store to get you some pork chops. But I'm gonna start off with the vegetables first. You have your asparagus right here, which is a large cut of asparagus. You got your ears. You got your bottom root. You want to take that portion off. That portion right there can get real stringy or chewy. So using a chef's knife, go straight down, get those edges out your way. Then you're left with about maybe a 5-inch stalk. Best way to prepare asparagus is you want to get your pot to a boiling level of water. We can salt it. Get that flavor within the asparagus while it's boiling, but you only need to do it for about a minute, 2 at the most, depending on the size of your asparagus. I'm gonna let that go. Then I'm gonna get red pepper ready that I'm gonna use along with the asparagus. Red pepper, cut the top off, get the seeds out. Take out your ribs. Put along your 4 sides. And I don't know if you know, peppers actually have a male and female. If you ever take a look at a pepper, you look at the bottom and you see 3 nubs, that's your male. You got 4 nubs, that's your female. So, I don't know what they're doing down there, but for whatever reason, they need a male and a female to do it. But right now, I'm gonna cut my peppers into strips. And that's gonna be 2 to 3 inch long strips that can be sauteed. If you want to even deep fry them just to give them a little crisp crunch, that's fine too. But I use them to go over my asparagus for a lot of the flavor and the nutritional value. Now don't be wasteful, your tops can be cut too. You just go around the white portion. You can get a couple of strips out of these. Alright, now when we come back, I'm going to show you how to finish up this asparagus with your red peppers. How about that, chef, coming back at you? Hey, welcome back. How about that, chef, again? Now, what I did with the asparagus is a actual term that's used called blanching and shocking. Blanching your asparagus or any green vegetable is actually just placing it in boiling water for a few minutes, then removing it and shocking it by placing it into an ice bath. Now what that does is actually keeps the nutritional value boiling out all into the water, keeps the crisp green color, as well as stopping it from cooking so it doesn't get too soggy, so you still get that crunch and bite. You bite into it. Now, just a few seconds used to get the asparagus to stop cooking. maybe a 10 or 11-inch skillet that you can use to saute this. And I'm going to transport this over so we can get this started. Now, the best thing to do or use when you're going to saute is clarified butter. Clarified butter is actually pure butter taken down to just pure butter fat. You remove the water and you remove the milk solids. So with that, we actually get a great flavor, a easier method in getting your pan oiled, and you can use it for pretty much anything that you wish to use it for. Now, it doesn't take long for your clarified butter to melt down, but what you want to wait for is for either a little crackle or you want to look for wisps of white smoke, so you know that it's ready for your asparagus along with your pepper to be placed in there. That first crackle, ready to go. Even. Over here, we can get our red peppers. Ball. A little bit of white pepper, actual kosher salt, a little white pepper. It doesn't take much. The thing of it is that the asparagus pretty much is what you could say cooked. But with the sauteing, it gives it some color, it gives it some more flavor, and then you get your peppers to build in more contrast with your asparagus. And with this, what you can do is take about maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. But the top of the flavor section, actually get you some fresh minced garlic. And that really does the trick. Now, as I stated, this is traditional, but done with the upscale flair. That fresh minced garlic is going to give you a flavor that you're not used to tasting. So, going to give this another 2 minutes. Then once this is done, I'm going to set it to the side. Then I'll come back and show you how to finish the next item, which is going to be the cauliflower. How about that, chef? See you in a second. Hey, now you're back with Chef Alexander of How About That Chef. Now, right now I'm going to show you how to prepare this cauliflower. A lot of people are used to eating broccoli or string beans, peas. But cauliflower actually is pretty good for you. It's a brain food. It actually helps get oxygen into your bloodstream, which flows to your brain, which actually can help you remember more, retain more information. Just basically gives you a open eye, more or less. But a lot of people stay away from cauliflower, but I'm about to show you a reason to get here. Once you get that root, start getting your pieces of cauliflower. Cauliflower, you can break them down into smaller portions. Now, what I'm doing again is I'm sectioning each larger portion into a smaller one. Now, make sure you got all your larger pieces pretty much even sized. I'm gonna start off with a few. Save some for later. We can even season them here. Just a little kosher salt, white pepper, and my little special blend. And I may have a little consistency of some oregano, some paprika. I'm going to mix a little fresh minced onion as well. Waffle meal here. Get your clarified butter. And even on the lines of asparagus, when I talked about the blanching and shocking, you could do it with the cauliflower, but you would only need to leave it in there about 30 seconds in that boiling water because it can break up on you pretty quick. It's not a stiff veg, but it is a delicate one. Once you get that first sizzle, now with this, you may want to let it go for about 10 minutes because you do want it to break down in the pan just to get some pliability. Doesn't say it's delicate, but still has some stiffness from its root. Get a little color to it. That's what you place it in the pan for. Let this go, let this continue, as I say, for about 10 minutes. And if you see it may be sticking or a little dry, you can put in a little olive oil or even just place a little water. Just get some steam in it to help it kind of steam through to soften up a little bit. So just keep it going, and I'll be right back, and we can finish it off with that pork chop. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back. All right, stepped away for a second, and what I was doing was cauliflower, just making sure that it got its flavor, it's got its color, and then I added a little bit of water just to make sure it's got a little steam. So then I covered it. So I'm letting it go while it's steaming. See, it's looking good, it's smelling pretty good too. So we'll come back to that in a couple of minutes. But for right now, I'm gonna start off with these pork chops. These are a thin cut. Sometimes I'll use a thicker cut or even a double bone in, where you may have to do it on the grill outside or even in the oven for a little while. But truth is, pork doesn't take too long to cook. You want to make sure that it reaches at least 145 degrees. 165 is great, but 145 will work. So we'll take our pork chop loins, set them out.
Ain't nothing too much to do it. You know it, man. You know, cause we gon' rock them, man, cause we got the fresh.
Black pepper.
You know it.
Little pepper flake. So I use that. I just like a little bit of spice.
Ain't nothing too much
But
to do.
also remember too, season both sides of your meats. Sit there on one side, great tasting food, on the other side is a little bland. Both sides go a long way. Salt, white pepper. You don't need too much white pepper. Goes a long way. Flake. Get in there. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take it over to the griddle on the stove. Alright, now what we want to do is we get this griddle to the inside. Right now we're going to start off with our chop. Yeah, there we go. And before I even started the griddle, I got my oven going at 405, preheated. So we're gonna create the grill marks pretty much for presentation purposes. Gonna make, okay, ready to go. All we do is go 45 degrees, turn it. 45 degrees turn. Look at that, perfection. Get it on our sheet. We get it placed in the oven. Let that go for about 9 minutes. We'll be back ready to place this meal in. Come on. Alright everybody, we're back. Man, real flavor, smells, everything is just come and get me. So what I'm about to do right now, get y'all plated up. Alright, so right now I'm gonna get this asparagus. In fact, you know what? I just heard the pork chop here. So I'm gonna start with them first. Do. Nice. Yeah. That's it. Cauliflower, there's a couple of ways you can do it. At this stage, you can actually get a masher, get some cream, a little butter, mash it real good, get a thick texture. It comes out like mashed potatoes, but I prefer to keep it natural, in its natural state for this dish here. Again, we're doing traditional with an upscale flair. Now, to top that off, got the Ciroc apple rocket sauce. My specialty. Just drizzle a little bit. There we have it. This red pepper, cauliflower, with a Ciroc apple glaze. Top it off, traditional lemon flair. I hope y'all sit down and enjoy this meal. But I know I'm about to. But y'all come back to me next time, and I'll have something. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe I'll be on the patio. Maybe I'll be in the Bahamas. Maybe I'll be who knows where. Again, enjoy. And how about that? Thank you. Chef Alexander coming back at you. I had a long one with you. Just did the grilled pork chops with the sauteed asparagus and the steamed cauliflower. And actually I'm adding a little more sauce to my pork chop. Now, main thing that I explained to you is this is a nice traditional meal, but we can show the plating, the difference in flavors that brings it to an upscale, new invention. Same items, but it's gonna go. People gonna love it. And people may ask what you may like to drink with this meal. Again, we got a couple of different options. You can do a nice Chardonnay. You can do Moscato. Anything related with pork, you can go white. And also too, depending on your flavor. But I chose today a nice Moscato. So, get a little flavor. Sometimes I made it myself. But along with that comes the tips that I gave you with preparing certain meals. You can grill, griddle, saute, braise. Those are different techniques that we're not used to doing. We're used to frying or baking. When you get those braising and sauteing added into your cooking techniques, it brings out so much more of the natural flavors of your food. Where with salt, pepper, accent, seasoned salt, well, you don't need all of that. With your vegetables, we got your shop, your blanch, we got your steaming. Those, again, keeps the natural minerals, vitamins, and keeps your color. And also, you have a nice bite to your veg. Look, not left. Still got a crispy crunch to it. These things all make a difference in how your food is going to taste when you're serving it to guests, or if you're doing a party, or for yourself. So I'm here to show you old school and a new school way. Also a better way that you can eat within yourself and for everyone else around you. Now, if you want or have any questions, you can definitely contact me at Facebook, How About That Chef, Instagram, How About That Chef, same thing on Twitter. And then also if you want to call me, got my number 678-861-8868. I got tips, advice, reviews, whatever it is that you may need to ask on a culinary level. I have you. Believe you me. It's gonna always be how about that. Y'all have a good one. See you next time. Hey, thanks for coming back. Woo, man, it was hot in that kitchen, but we did it. It came out great. The flavors were wonderful, and hopefully you took something away from this particular meal. When I did the pork chop, I showed you how to do the grill marks to make sure that you're placing it on your grill. Get those marks, get your meat lined up at a 45-degree angle, and then flip it the other way, another 45 degrees. It'll come out perfect, look pretty, great display. When we're doing that cauliflower, now, something totally different. That mash look, it gives you that, seems familiar. Let me try it. You get the flavor, then you really just don't know what to do with that, but to eat it again. I'm telling you, it's a way to do things. And also that technique when I'm doing the asparagus, or even when you're doing any other type of vegetable, you want to get a nice rapid boil. You want to place your vegetable in right up until it comes back to a boil, and then immediately remove it, put it in that ice bath so you can get that color, that crispiness, and keep that flavor. So hopefully you took something from it. I'm sure you did. And make sure next time you come back to Eating with How About That Chef, and I can show you something better. You take care now.
Yeah. Let's go. It's full belly, baby. I'll show you how to do this, son. Belly, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get on the track.
Showtime. Turn the lights up 'cause we going